Students, in the previous video lecture, we have already learned about resistance and factors affecting the resistance, and we have even solved some problems. So just one problem I want to revise from previous video lecture based on the formula R is equal to rho L by A. Based on this formula, we will just revise one problem and then we will enter into new concept, combination of resistors. Now, in this problem, you have how many number of turns of nichrome wire of specific resistance in the sense it is resistivity, specific resistance of 10 power minus 6 ohm meter, specific resistance of 10 power minus 6 ohm meter and diameter of 2 millimeter that should be wound on a cylinder of diameter 5 centimeter. So diameter of cylinder is 5 centimeter to obtain a resistance of 40 ohm. So in order to obtain a resistance of 40 ohm, you are taking a nichrome wire. How many number of turns nichrome wire should be made in order to make it a resistance of 40 ohm, right? So you have a cylinder. Let me consider this is a cylinder and this cylinder has diameter 5 centimeter. Diameter of this cylinder is 5 centimeter. And you are wounding nichrome wire here. On this cylinder, you are wounding nichrome wire. Okay. This nichrome wire has diameter 2 millimeter. Diameter of the nichrome wire is 2 millimeter. Now you are wounding it. I want to now find out how many number of turns are there in this. You should find out how many number of turns are present within this nichrome wire such that its resistance is of 40 ohm. Okay. Now what I do here, this is very easy question. We have resistance R is equal to rho L divided by A. L is length of this particular nichrome wire. Okay. Now what will be total length of the nichrome wire if you are wounding it on the copper on the cylinder? Length of the nichrome wire will be equal to 2 pi, that is radius of the cylinder, into n number of turns. Okay. Total length of the nichrome wire which you are wounding it on the cylinder will be circumference of the cylinder multiplied with total number of turns. That gives you length of the nichrome wire. So L value is this. Next, area of cross section is equal to pi into radius of nichrome wire whole square, because we are finding resistance of the nichrome wire. Therefore, area of cross section you need to take for the nichrome wire. Therefore, area of cross section is pi r square. R is radius of the nichrome wire. You need to substitute that here. Resistance is already been given. Resistance is 40 ohm. Just substitute all the values here. 40 ohm is equal to resistivity is 10 power minus 6 ohm meter into length of the wire, that is 2 pi, into radius of the cylinder is 2.5 into 10 power minus 2 into total number of turns are n divided by area of cross section is pi into radius of the nichrome wire, it is 1 into 10 power minus 3 whole square. This pi and this pi gets cancelled. All values are known, only this n is not known. You can calculate value of n from this, and if you go for mathematical calculation of this and if you solve it, you will be getting total number of turns as 800. So In order to get a resistance of 40 ohm, you need to wound 800 number of turns. 800 number of turns if you wound on the cylinder of radius 2.5 centimeter. See here, diameter is given. That is the reason why I am dividing it by 2 wherever you are using radius. So radius I have substituted everywhere in this basic equation. From there you are getting number of turns n, and which is equal to 800. 800 number of turns should be wounded on this cylinder. Practically, size of all resistors seems to be equal, but offer different resistance. So you are taking carbon resistors. Carbon resistor size is usually like, practical resistor seems to be like this. This is resistor. Same size resistor I am taking one more. Size of these two are same, but one will offer 1 kilo ohm, other one will offer 10 kilo ohm resistance. Size of these two are same, but they will offer different resistance. So how to distinguish these two resistors? If even though their size is same, their colors are same, you can distinguish them by using color coding. You can distinguish them by color code. The company, when they are manufacturing such resistors, they will be printing some colors on their surface. Based on that colors, we can tell what is its value. Okay, say for example, we have two resistors here. Now I'll take one and next and see, there are three colors here. What are those colors? One is blue, red and green. Similarly, you have one more resistor. Upon this, the color coding is red, green and blue. Colors are same, but their positions are being changed. Check it up. See here, it is blue, red, green, and in the second resistor it is red, green and blue. We have different colors. Color combinations are different, but the same surfaces are same, size of the resistors are same, but their color combinations are different. Based on this, we can distinguish their value. How their value differs will be depending upon the color coding which is manufactured by the company. Therefore, I'll be now explaining how to use this color coding in order to find out the resistance of that particular conductor. Before that, you need to by heart this color coding values. If you know this table, then only we can write color coding. You should by heart this. So if suppose you have black color on the resistor, it denotes number 0 and multiplier is 10 power 0, tolerance is 0. Similarly, if it is brown color marked on the resistor, it represent it is number 1, multiplier is 10 power 1. Similarly, red, it denotes 2, 10 power 2, orange number 3, 10 power 3, yellow number 4, 10 power 4, green 5, 10 power 5, blue 6, 10 power 6, violet, gray, white, gold, silver, no color. So these all are different colors which can be used on the resistors. These are different colors which can be used on the resistors. Based on their color, we can write down its value. We can write down its value based on these color combinations. So here we have different colors: black, blue, red, green, red, orange, yellow. I'll tell you one keyword to remember this. It's very simple. Take first alphabets of all the colors. First alphabet you take. First alphabet of all colors you take. This is black. This is black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, green, white, gold, silver, and no color. So first alphabets, if I write, what you are getting? You will be getting B, B, R, O, Y, G, B, V, G, V, G, W, G, and S. These are the alphabets. If you combine first alphabets of all these colors, if you combine, you are getting this keyword, and this is keyword. Okay, how to remind this keyword? I'll tell you how to remind this keyword. See here, this is BB Roy. BB Roy is name. BB Roy, it is name. BB Roy, Great Britain. BB Roy is the greatest personality of the Britain country. So BB Roy, Great Britain. VGW, VGW, as he is Great Britain, and his name is BB Roy. As he is Great Britain, he has VGW. VGW mean very good wife. Very good wife. BB Roy, Great Britain, has very good wife, and his wife is asking for gold and silver. His wife is asking for gold and silver. So this is what you need to remember, this keyword like this. BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife, asking for gold and silver. So if you remember this keyword, color coding becomes very simple. You can write this keyword directly and start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gold, it is 5%. Silver, it is 10%. Remember, gold and silver, they represent tolerance. Tolerance is different. That is the reason why gold and silver separately I have written without combining with BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. I am not combining that. So this is the keyword which you need to remember. And with this keyword, you can go for combinations of the colors. First, let me make it clear with this BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. See here, in the first alphabet, B, second alphabet is also B. B. B can be for black and brown. And in middle you have blue. So there are three times B. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So when you are dealing with this B, 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 you will be confused most of the times. First alphabet stands for black or brown or blue. So only with this B, you need to be very careful. B, B, B. You just remember order B, B, B like this. B, B, B. First B stands for black. Second B in the keyword stands for brown. And third B stands for blue. Okay, black, brown, blue. First alphabet in this keyword, first alphabet is B, it stands for black. Second one stands for brown. And the third B which is coming in the keyword stands for blue. Okay, and remaining all colors are unique. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. And we have 2 times G. Here, check it up. This is G here, and there is 2 G's. You need to remember that. G and G. First G stands for green. Second G stands for gray. Okay. So these, as they are repeated twice and thrice in the keyword, you need to remember their order. First be black, second be brown, third be blue. First G green, second G gray. You need to combine these G's. And of course, the last G and S, the last G is gold, that is fixed because it is not added in the keyword. Keyword is only BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. Gold and silver separately you remember. Gold and silver is different, that is unique. Don't mix this G into the keyword. Okay. So BB Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. you need to remember this. Now come to color combination. What do we have here? In this, on this resistor, we have color. First color is blue, second color is red, third color is green. Three colors we have. Okay. First color. I'll write them. What does first color represent? What does second color represent? I'll write them individually. First color represents number. Second color also represents number. Third color represents multiple. And the last fourth color represents tolerance. So first color is representing number. Second color also represents number. Third color represents multiple. Fourth color represents tolerance. Okay. Tolerance is the percentage error present in that resistor. Okay. For example, you are taking a resistor of 100 ohm. That particular resistor will not offer exactly 100 ohm. It may offer 95 ohm, it may offer 99 ohm, it may offer 101 ohm or 102 ohm, not exactly 100. Therefore, when you are dealing with any resistor, definitely there will be some error in that particular resistor. That error is represented with tolerance. Tolerance is the last color of that particular color coding. Okay, now see here. First color, what do we have? First color. First color is, for this resistor, first color is blue, red, green. Blue, red, green, and the last it is no color. 4 you do not have no color. Last, there are only 3 colors here, right? Fourth, there is no color. No color represents tolerance is 20%. Okay, so first color is blue. What is blue representing? Blue representing 6. And what is red representing? Red representing 2. And what is green representing? Green representing 10 power 5. And no color represents 20%. So what is the value of this resistor? 62 into 10 power 5 plus or minus 20% ohm. This is the value of first resistor. 62 into 10 power 5 plus or minus 20%. So that means 62 into 10 power 5 is the actual resistance of the value. 20% is the error present in that particular resistor. Okay. This is combination of blue, red, and as well as green. And the last, there is no color. Likewise, in the second resistor, we have red, green, and blue. What does red stands for? 2. What does green stands for? 5. What does blue stands for? Blue stands for 10 power 6. What is its value? 25 into 10 power 6 plus or minus 20% is the tolerance, because there is no color in the last. Only 3 colors we have. If there is last color is either given gold or silver, in such cases you will be writing gold percentage as 5, silver percentage as 10, and if there is no color, fourth option, if there is no color, then you will be taking as no color and the tolerance is 20%. This is how you can go for color combinations, and you can write down the value of the resistor of multiple resistors. Any value it can be. Based on these color combinations, you can distinguish their colors using color coding. And in order to remember this color coding, you need to by heart this keyword. Keyword stands for B.B. Roy, Great Britain, a very good wife, asked for gold and silver. Gold and silver stands for tolerance. And order for BBB in this keyword is black, brown, and blue. Order for GG in this keyword is green and gray. This order you need to remember. So most of the times children will be confusing. First alphabet stands for black or brown. So if you remember this order separately, after writing the keyword, directly you can write down the colors using this order. Okay. This is about color coding of the resistors. So let us discuss about combination of resistors. So there are two types of combination of resistors, series and parallel. So I'm not going to discuss more about series and parallel combination because you might have already learned these in class 10th itself. We are dealing with JEE and NEET syllabus. So this is already a part of class 10th. I'm not going deep with series and parallel combination. Directly we will derive equation for that and we will solve problems. So usually there are two types of combination of resistors. One is a series and the other one is parallel. And if you are connecting resistors in such a way, there is single path for current. If you are combining resistors in such a way, there is only one single path for current, then such combination is said to be a series combination. Suppose if there are multiple paths for current. If you are combining resistors in such a way, if there are multiple paths for current to flow, such combination is called parallel combination. For example, you have resistors like this. There is only one path for the current to flow here. There is only one path. Whatever current is flowing, it should go through this resistor, and this resistor. Suppose if this is the circuit where you have one resistor here, another resistor. These three resistors are combined to a battery. Now the current which is coming over here get divided into three parts: I1, I2, I3, and again those three currents come and join here, resulting in I. So there are three paths for the current. Number one, I1, I2, and I3. So at this particular point, it get divided into three parts. So if you are combining resistors in such a way, if there are multiple paths offered by these combination of resistors, then we say that it is in parallel. If there is only single path offered by the combination of resistors, we say that it is series combination. Now let us see what happens in case of series combination. So as we know, in case of series combination, there are three resistors. Its value is R1, R2, and R3. And these are connected to a battery. Battery has potential difference V. And there is some current flowing through the circuit. Usually current flow will be from positive to negative because it is conventional current. Now, when you are offering some potential difference over here, suppose if it is offering 10 volt, then the 10 volt battery offer potential difference for this resistor, and this resistor. Therefore, depending on its resistance value, out of this 10 volt, some voltage is dropped across this resistor, some voltage is dropped across this resistor, some voltage is dropped across this resistor. As current flow is along one single path, current in this resistor is I, current in this resistor is I, current in this resistor is I. Because there is no division of current, as there is only one single path, current in all the resistors is same. But depending on its resistance value, voltage will be dropped differently across these resistors. So across first resistor, voltage V1 is dropped, across second V2, across V3 it is, across third resistor it is V3. Right? Now from this I can simply write voltage supplied is equal to voltage dropped across the components, and this is Kirchhoff voltage law, which is already learnt in capacitors. Voltage supplied is equal to voltage drop. How much is voltage supplied? V. How much is voltage dropped across all these resistors? V1 plus V2 plus V3. Or you can write V minus V1 minus V2 minus V3 is equal to 0. And this is equation number 1. Okay. Now apply Ohm's law. Across first resistor, if you write, it will be IR1. Across second resistor, it will be IR2. Across third resistor, it is IR3. So V1, V2, V3 you can substitute here. Next, as these are the three resistors which are being combined over here, the combination of these resistors, like all these resistors combined to give one single value, that value I am writing it as R equivalent, and I'll simply replace that with one single resistor. And I am considering its value as R equivalent, which is the combined resistance of R1, R2 and R3. And here voltage is V, current flowing is I. And what about this? V is equal to I Req for this circuit. Okay. So total voltage drop will be equal to across this resistor only, because there is only one resistor in this circuit, that is R equivalent. That R equivalent is taken here. Now let me take this as equation number 2. Let me take this as equation number 3 using 2 and 3 in 1. You will be getting I R equivalent is equal to I R1 plus R2 plus R3. I and I gets cancelled. So R equivalent will be equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. That is the effective resistance of the resistors connected in series. So whenever you are combining resistors in series, simply remember that they get summed up. And voltage dropped across the resistors, V1 is equal to R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into V. V2 is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into V. Because voltage get divided in this case, as if there are only two resistors, I am talking about this is V1 and V2 only with two resistors. Only with two resistors. If there are three resistors, using this formula become more complicated. Don't use that. Okay. So V1 can be written as R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into total voltage of the battery. That is V1, V2. Like that. As there are three resistors here, in order to find out V1, V2, V3, we will be using basic relation. We will be writing it I. First we will calculate current I. You will substitute that I here, so that you will get V1 and then V2 and then V3. This is how resistors can be connected in series.